We don't know what color the cameraman is tonight, but
Clear, because we might not have one. So.
oh, I like that. Hey, don't tell me about cutting down budgets. But we'll do it all ourselves, boy.
Well, we kind of are. So.
We ran off a few people and everything else.
I know. I told you to start running these people off.
I know, man. I just ain't to train people at Georgia South Training School.
Oh, where's the book?
Oh, yeah, buddy. All right, boy. We're ready. We don't need nobody, boy. Okay?
I think so.
Me and you, buddy.
Just checking the camera shot, checking the headroom. Go ahead, take
Very
a seat,
good.
man. I'm going to fix the camera.
Okay.
Here. So as soon as you sit down, then make
has
sure.
that thing always been there?
No,
boy?
well, it always has them flipping around because I have a camera.
Well, I kind of like that, actually, boy. We'll be our own cameraman, boy. That's pretty cool, actually.
Okay. If it's not too distracting.
Oh, no, I love that.
You love seeing yourself while you're talking
Oh, yeah,
about
I love
yourself?
that.
Is that what you...
Well, that's very cool, boy.
You like that?
Yeah, we got some audience. We got 2 people watching Georgia South.
He's
Us.
got us watching.
Yeah.
Well, that's about the only people that are watching
Yeah.
this show. So
That's exactly right.
Exactly.
The 2 greatest fans in the world are watching.
Exactly,
Right
right
now.
now.
That's pretty cool, boy. Okay, very good. All right, let's knock this
for,
out,
for
buddy.
those of you at home, we just flipped the viewfinder around so you're not confused what's happening.
Yeah, that's very first HD, then we can flip the thing, brother. Man.
I know we got a brand new light too.
High tech. I know. I thought something was up, bullet.
Yeah.
I kind of like that.
Makes us look
Where
more
do we
tan.
get that?
There's
There's some street light on Interstate 85,
Yeah.
construction site.
Don't ask
going.
no questions.
No questions.
No questions.
So that yellow taper. Okay, boy, here we go.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
Man, everybody's quiet already.
I know. I don't like this, bullet. Man,
I know. Okay.
we really did run people off. Okay.
I know. Nice job, George. Excellent job with the tricks.
You got that right, buddy.
George South, running
That's how
people
it is
off.
when I set a ring up. There ain't nobody around.
Yeah.
Okay, boy, here we go.
George South training, running people off since whenever.
I love that. I love that, bullet.
All right, here we go.
Okay, here we
Are
go.
you ready to get serious?
Yep,
Let's get
get
serious.
serious.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Dad, You Don't Work, You Wrestle. You gotta give him the claps, George.
Oh, that's
I don't know
right.
what time it is.
That's right, buddy.
You hear the
Here we
claps.
go. The greatest
You know
show in the
what-
world.
You know what time it is. I'm gonna
Yes,
start
yes,
off
yes.
this episode like I do all the rest. George, how was your weekend?
Boy, the greatest weekend of all time. I know I say that every week, but every week seems to outdo each week. You know, boy, this year we're closing in on the 20th episode. I don't think we're there yet because we're going to have a big old bash, big old birthday party, but we're close, just a few episodes away. They didn't even think we'd last past 1 episode, but we're close to 20, and I'm just so grateful for all the fans that are writing in. Not everybody complains, as you know, Bullet.
I know.
Every now and then we got somebody that likes the show. Of course, me and you, the greatest fans of George South TV, Dad, You Don't Work, You Wrestle. And so much stuff going on this past week. It was a great week. Couple ring rentals. I actually got my money for my ring rental, so
Oh,
everybody's
nice job,
happy.
George.
Man,
That's
first
some
time in
claps.
a long time I actually got paid for the ring rentals. They put me in a 6-man bullet. As you know, I'd rather be at my gimmick table selling that great book than I would actually in the ring.
But they put you at that 6-man out of a favor to you.
Thank you so much. They did let me go first, but the thing that ticked me off the most, Bullet, you know, I've been doing this stuff a long time. As you know, 40 years, over 6,000 matches. I should earn a little bit of respect. But in the 6-man, our opponent, of course, and I know you've been in this predicament before, they call this little spot when I'm not around. Of course, I'm at my gimmick table, and the spot called for after he hip tossed everybody else, George was supposed to feed the guy for a hip toss. So everybody out there in TV land know exactly what George did. Nothing. Period. Nothing. Believe it or not, Bullet, when I'm in that dressing room getting ready to go out, just walked in, they asked me, they say, well, so-and-so wants you to feed him for a hip toss. Bullet, I went ballistic. Not only did the guy not ask me, he had his partners ask me, but come on, Bullet. I wouldn't even take a hip toss from that guy if it was a single match, much less a 6-man. Just another thing that happened. It didn't make it a dark day, but I just tell you, Bullet, it never ceases to amaze me. I wouldn't even ask that guy to take a hip toss in a single match, much less think I'm going to feed him after he hip tossed 2 other goofballs, that I'm going to feed him just so he can give me a hip toss. Brother, I shot that right down. Listen here, idiots and goofballs. When you got somebody that has traveled the roads and been doing this for a little bit, he's got the choice, or whatever word I'm trying to think of here, Bullet, to do anything he wants to do.
The stroke, the pull.
Thank you so
There
much.
go.
I like that. I like that.
That's
Bullet.
on the co-host.
Bottom line, oh, I love that. Bottom line is I ain't taking your hip toss, goof. Period. But anyway, great. Besides all that, everything was good. I did get my ring set up, and it looked so good. 5 minutes after it was set up, 2 guys said that ring is awful small. And of course I said, well, don't work in it then. Just leave. Just leave. Of course, they went out, but I've never understood that, Bullet. It doesn't matter what that is, what size that is. If you know what you're doing, you go do it. You know that, Bullet. You know that. Okay.
And I think you and me have had this discussion before. Is the look of an empty building with an empty ring that's already set up.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything that's more beautiful than that. Well, maybe one person.
Well,
but nothing more beautiful than that.
Well, I feel like you do, Bullet. Yeah. That is probably. But as always, I always say, why mess up that beautiful picture of that empty ring and that empty Coliseum by putting some old stupid wrestler in it? Wrestlers screw up everything, Bullet. If I can come up with how to run a show without wrestlers, Bullet, I'll be a millionaire. That's all I'm saying. But that is one of the prettiest pictures, besides delivering my babies, all of my kids that I delivered myself, as you know, Bullet. That's probably the most beautiful thing I ever seen. But besides that, seeing that empty ring in a beautiful Coliseum, all set up. Of course, nobody got in that ring. I stood there with a hammer. I was going to hit somebody, Bullet. I had a real hammer standing in that ring, and I was going to hit the first person right in the head to ask to get that ring. But anyway, folks, listen, if you know what you're doing, just go do it. Just go to work. That's all I'm saying, Bullet. But anyway, great thing. The book is doing good. I sold a mess of books at 2 shows this weekend. The second greatest book in the world, Bullet. And so much going on this week. WrestleMania weekend's coming up. The greatest show in the world. Of course, I'll probably be down here in Knoxville or somewhere like that. I am going down to our good friend down in Union, South Carolina. Derek's going to run a show there, I think, right before WrestleMania. So I'm hoping to go down there, Union, South Carolina, down at the fairgrounds. Going to have a great time down there. Set up the gimmick table. This here, Bullet, I want to mention real quick, April the 19th on a Friday, the Bash for Bobby. This young man here is going on a mission trip. There we go. I guess I do have to show it.
You can see.
I see that, Bullet. That's so cool.
I got the viewfinder up.
I love that. That's so cool. But anyway, this is going to be in Lincoln, folks. They can check my website and stuff in the next few weeks, but we're going to try to raise some money for this young fella. A good kid, man, just looking to go on a mission trip, brother. He's in the Olympics. He's just got so much going on in his own life, but he needs some funds to just help get going, and we're going to do a little wrestling show. And Bullet, as I know, Jim Crockett Promotions used to be the #1 fundraiser for anything like this. Band boosters, football clubs, anything. Of course, they throw that right out of the water when they shut it all down. But we're here to help this old fella, Bullet, and this young kid, and we're going to do some good stuff.
Because somebody has to. That's one thing that I've always liked about you. We've done a lot of fundraiser shows. We've done a lot of shows for middle schools and high schools and a lot of the fundraisers. But let me just bring up one fundraiser.
Oh, I love that.
That is at least memorable in my mind. We did this fundraiser for somebody. We'll keep this all anonymous.
Oh, I love that.
So just
till somebody asks us, and then we'll tell them. But anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Because there's got to be a little bit of mystery to everything.
That's right.
But we did a fundraiser for somebody. I'm not going to say exactly what the fundraiser about but it was to help them.
I'm embarrassed.
Because they were having a tough time about something that had happened to them in their life. And I remember you telling me for weeks ago, man, this guy's really falling on hard times. There's really this going on in his life. He's got these health issues and all this stuff going on. So I'm starting to feel very sorry about it. And it just happened to be at the end of a very long weekend. I believe I had to drive up to New York, drive up, no sleep, back straight
probably
down to
3 times. I think you've done it 3 times.
3 times in 2 days.
That's right.
New York, then South Carolina, then back up, and then we're going to do this show early because this guy can't be out too late because he's got so many health issues. We may not even see him at the show.
Hooked up to the wires.
Yeah,
and
he
everything.
may be hooked up to the wires. So our eyes are like this. They're dry and open. Been drinking coffee for 8 days.
I'm embarrassed, Bullet.
And what happens? You see this young man walk in, no problem, 2 girls on each arm, brand new clothes, healthy as a horse.
I remember that.
Oh,
boy, I'm so embarrassed. I recall they told us he had a motorcycle wreck and was near death.
Yep.
And had crashed a motorcycle and motocross, and he was near death, and he needed to raise all this money, so we put the big show on. I'll never forget that, Bullet. The car drove up, he gets out. 2 beautiful women on each arm.
Doing better than us.
Doing better than us.
Looking better than us.
Doing better than us. I almost ran out and wrecked a motorcycle. That's all I'm saying, Bullet. He gave us the thumbs up, sat ringside, just hating for the wrestling to continue so he could get back in the car with those 2 pretty women.
With his wonderful life.
Wonderful life, and he drove off into the sunset while we're sitting back doing a fundraiser. That does stick out as probably one of the best fundraisers. I don't know what we raised or who we raised it for.
I don't know who we helped.
Great time.
I definitely, whoever we helped didn't need help.
I knew next week I wanted to y'all do a fundraiser for me, Bullet, if that's the case. But I do remember that. We do help a lot of folks, Bullet. Bullet.
do.
You know,
There
right
are
here-
some people that do get a lot of benefit.
They sure do. They sure do. And you know, there's so much going on here. Like I said, with WrestleMania weekend, I know all of our High Spots guys are going to be all over the country. We got so many guys coming in, folks, and right here's where it's at. HighSpots.com. Of course, our training center here is the greatest training center in the world, Bullet. You know that.
No.
We just turn out some good. You don't hear much noise tonight because last week we run off about 20 people.
Because I asked you to, please.
You sure
I'm sick
did.
of all
You
these
sure
idiots
did.
in the office.
Yeah.
This is my workspace,
That's
George.
exactly right. This is your ring right here, buddy. And we just want everybody to come out and have a great, great time. You see us at the shows, man. Believe it or not, we're not the jerks that everybody, well, maybe we are sometimes. It depends on if we had any sleep or not. But, man, we just love
Which is
everybody.
never.
And never sleep. We just had a great, great time. I'm looking, 40 years in the business, I still reach for those goals, Bullet. You know, a lot of people want to work at WrestleMania. Me personally, I want to be a member of the Bike Club. That's all I'm saying, Bullet. I had to put a plug in there for the Bike Club. I have not rode a bike probably in about 25 years. But I think if y'all get me started on it, Bullet, then I can join the
I'm telling
Bike
you,
Club.
George, it's the best. The money you save in gas and the calories
And
you
I love
burn.
your comment that you made. Listen, we didn't get a DUI. Okay, if we're riding a bike, we're riding
Or
a bike
IUD,
for our health,
whichever.
or IUD,
Whatever.
Okay, or HUD, either one. We didn't get, folks. Okay, we're just trying to get healthy.
Or an
riding
HGTV,
a-
whichever.
Listen, we can turn a flip around. We can do anything.
We can do
boy,
whatever we
there.
want.
I've been looking at myself the whole time.
I know,
He-
you've been real happy with
He's
it.
nuts. I'm so happy we'll do that every week. But great, great time, boy. And I know and
Exactly.
we got a good week coming up this week. A lot of shows coming up. We just like to stay busy. The second greatest book in the world is doing so good, folks. You do get your free DVD. We want everybody to just continue with that book. I would like for everyone, I wrote about the family in my book, the Dusick family. Of course, Frank Dusick, real old timer. Wally Dusick passed away years ago, but he made all the Crockett rings. Wally's wife and Frank's mother, Joyce, she's in the hospital. Went and saw her today and just told her that I tell everybody to keep her in your prayers. Just a sweet, sweet lady, man. She held that whole Dusick family together, and she's still kicking. So anyway, I did that, man. We had a good time. Greatest show in the world. Closing in on 20 episodes.
That's right.
Bullet. Sonny and Cher didn't even do that. They broke up, I think, at like 17.
Yeah, I don't think.
Bullet.
Yeah, they broke up like 19. They barely made it.
They broke up at 19. Bullet.
Okay.
So we're happy. Everybody's
We
good.
just got to get to that 3,000 mark, and then they put us in the
Oh,
Hall of Fame.
we're coming, but our Hall of Fame, okay? That's all I'm saying. Listen, folks, take it easy on Bruno, okay? I'm so happy for Bruno to be in the Hall of Fame. Please, folks, smarten up, okay? So what if he got a heck of a payoff? Would you told him no? Heck no, I wouldn't have, boy. I'd have done it for free. Just give me a free WWF t-shirt. I'll come right in there. No, I see all that crap about everybody saying Bruno shouldn't have done. Please. Bruno, take it. Take the money and go. That's all I'm saying, Bullet. That's just my own opinion on that.
I think that's
okay?
been our motto of life. Just take the money
You
and run.
got that right. What are you people thinking?
That
okay?
Steve Miller Band.
Oh, I like that, boy.
I know.
Gas is $30 a gallon. Okay, you can't buy milk. Okay, you got to steal it. Okay, come on. If you got kids, you got to steal the milk. You got to steal the gasoline. And people complain about Bruno getting in the Hall of Fame because he took a payoff. Please, I never understood that in my life, boy. What are we doing this stuff for? It's so we can get a payoff, folks. That's the bottom line. Congratulations, Bruno. Okay, I am a little bit hot that certain guys got in before Ivan Koloff, but that's my own opinion. Okay, I'm just real old school, but Ivan's coming. Can't do everybody at the same time. They won't have nothing to do next WrestleMania.
Exactly.
So anyway, I'm happy, Bullet. Everybody's happy. We got a great TV show. Thank you for everything.
That's right. And that's why we're going to wrap up this episode of Dad, You Don't Work, You Wrestle. So hopefully we'll come back next week. And hopefully I'll get this one up a little bit sooner than this week.
Them two guys stayed with us the whole time.
I know.
Right there.
They're right in the viewfinder. They're
They
waving
wave-
at us
yeah,
right now.
they clapped every time we clapped.
I know. It's weird.